What's up guys, Ray here with another episode of This Is December. This week we're reviewing Persona 4. Now before some of you get your knickers in a twist and start complaining that, oh, he's reviewing a game, not an anime, Persona 4 was turned into an anime and released in Australia late last year, I believe. So there is an anime, there is a game, I'm pretty sure there's also a manga of it, I don't really know. But yes, it is pretty amazing. But look at me, I've already started to get
off the tracks.
Now that I've formally introduced this segment, let's get started. Persona 4 takes place in the fictional rural Japanese town of Inaba. It has its own shopping district, it has its own high school, and that's pretty much it. The only really two noteworthy sights to see are the department store Junes and the Amagi Inn, which is supposedly like the town's major form of income as tourists come visit it all year round. However, this sleepy little hollow is turned upside down when unexplained murders start happening all around town. Bodies are found dangling from television antennas, power poles, basically anywhere that a human body shouldn't be and usually can't get to without the help of someone else. At the same time as these mysterious deaths, a rumour has started circulating around town about what is known as the Midnight Channel. Apparently, if you look at a television that isn't turned on at midnight on a rainy night, you will see the picture of your soulmate. The game, and later the anime, follows the main character of Yu Narukami as he explores through an alternate universe which is also known as the TV world. Now, as long as you haven't, recently undergone a frontal lobotomy, you may be able to piece together that these unexplained murders and the existence of an alternate universe might be somehow connected, and you would be correct. But we'll get onto that a little bit later on in this explanation. As I stated before, the protagonist is named Yu Narukami, and he is a high school student who has been kicked to the sticks to go live with his uncle and cousin while his parents are away for a year. At school, he quickly becomes friends with the class clown Yosuke Hanamura, as well as the tomboyish fitness freak Chie Satonaka and the heiress to the Amagi Inn that I mentioned earlier, Yukiko Amagi. A few days after the anime begins, Yu, Yosuke and Chie all decide to follow the Midnight Channel rumor and watch the Midnight Channel. A few days into the anime, Yu, Yosuke and Chie decide to follow the rumor of the Midnight Channel and go home to watch the channel as that night is going to be a rainy night. However, they're shocked to find that all three of them saw the exact same face on the channel. What was even more shocking for Yu was that when he found that when he touched the television, he found his hand actually went through the TV set. Initially, Chie and Yosuke don't believe him until they go to the local department store Junes and he shows them that he can do it again. This leads them to the discovery of what is known as the TV world. Well, basically, yeah, they've gone into the TV and there's a whole new universe inside of there. They then meet the fun, energetic creature known as Teddy. The students soon conclude that the television world is linked to the mysterious deaths happening around town, as the killer is basically using the TV world to kill the victims. So by using the power of their personas as the protagonists discover them one by one throughout the series, they form an investigation team to basically uncover who the true murderer is. As the game and the anime progress, the protagonist is joined by many other new friends, including Kanji Tatsumi, who is basically the school delinquent, Rise Kuchikawa, who is a teen idol turned ordinary high school student after she left the world of popularity, and Naoto Shirogane, who is a mysterious young boy working with the police to basically do what the investigation team is already doing. So as you can see, it's kind of implied, well, not even implied, it's obvious that these two paths are going to come out ahead and they're going to join forces to try and find the killer. But enough about the plot before I start spoiling more things for you. Let's get on to
The good, the bad, and the dubbers.
Our main character, Yu Narukami,
What's the Midnight Channel?
is voiced by none other than Johnny Young Bosch, who is done an amazing amount of work. His voice roles include Brock from the upcoming Pokemon Origins movie, Izaya Orihara from Durarara, and Toru Adachi, the bumbling police detective in Persona 4 as well. Adachi kind of acts as the comic relief, pointing out the obvious, being a general idiot and making bumbling mistakes throughout the entire series to the delight and humour of the audience, pretty much. Yosuke Hanamura is voiced by Yuri Lowenthal, who's also done the voice work for Sasuke Uchiha from Naruto, Suzaku Kururugi from Code Geass, and Shimon from Tengen Toppa Laga. For bonus points, he's also the voice of Ben Tennyson from the series Ben 10, which happens to be one of Quiddle's favourite cartoons of all time. Chie Satonaka
There's an empty seat here. Can you sit next to me?
is voiced by Erin Fitzgerald, who's also done the voice work for Hanako Tanaka from the upcoming Zetman anime, Miller Rose from Bleach, and Kadachi Kuno from Ranma 1/2. Yukiko Amagi
I'd prefer not to.
is voiced by Amanda Wynn Lee, who's also done the voice work for Guido from Ma, Rei Ayanami from Neon Genesis Evangelion, that is the series and the reboot movies, as well as Irene Raleigh Vincent from Gunsmith Cats. Kanji Tatsumi
What was their problem?
he started off being voiced by Troy Baker, who also did his voice in Persona 4 the game. However, halfway through the series, Troy had to take a leave of absence due to his honeymoon, and so he was replaced with Matthew Mercer.
He's so freaking calm right now.
Troy is more famously known for doing the voice work of Akatsuki Kane from Vampire Knight, Yamano from Naruto, and the Second Greed from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. While Matthew Mercer has also done the voice works of Kiritsugu Emiya from Fate Zero, Sinbad from Maji the Labyrinth of Magic, and Kuro Yatagame from K. Rise Kujikawa
You're so sweet.
is voiced by Laura Bailey, who's also done the voice work of Dragon Kid from Tiger and Bunny, Marka Arblin from Soul Eater, and Serena Sebastian from Case Closed. Naoto Shirogane
That's right. I find you incredibly intriguing.
is voiced by Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, who's also done the voice works of Kurenai Yuhi from Naruto, Cornelia Lee Britannia from Code Geass, and the love interest Julia from Cowboy Bebop. Teddy
Of course! I am a bear! Jeez, I've lived here since Bear Ever!
is voiced by an up-and-coming name in the anime voice acting industry, Sam Riegel, who's also done the voice works of Jiro from Blue Dragon, Shino Aburame from Naruto, and Tristan Taylor from Yu-Gi-Oh! Persona 4 was an awesome game, and the fact that they've actually made an anime out of it just excites me even more. Fans of the Persona series will love how faithful this anime is to the original game, and people who were interested in Persona 4 or may not even have heard of Persona 4 will love it because it basically gives the entire story of the game with most of the funny responses, but without you having to hold a controller and do all the tedious fights and choose all the selections and everything like that. The series does do a great job of trying to make sure that each and every character for the social links gets an equal amount of screen time. Or at least, you know, a little bit of screen time. It is a little bit hard to imagine that you manages to max out the social links for that person in the span of the time that they're on screen, but it does kind of work. And the fact that they paid so much attention to the detail and made sure that each and every character got mentioned at least once was absolutely fantastic for me. The voice acting is done superbly. Each voice actor really feels like they took the character and made it their own in the series. And the story has so many twists and plot turns and everything that you will not see the final twist coming until bang, it hits you straight in the face. There are two endings to this anime, sort of. There was, I believe there were 26 episodes to the anime. The normal ending for the game hits at about episode 24-25, with episode 26 being dedicated specifically for the super extra bonus ending that was only available for completion after you've beaten the game twice or something like that. It's the really hard ending that like nobody can really be bothered attaining. So if you did play Persona 4 but never got to see the secret ending, watch the animation, you'll get to see the secret ending, you'll see the end twist, and you won't have to bother about putting in like 70 hours of game time again. I give Persona 4 the animation an 8 out of 9 vending machines. I absolutely loved it, and it really made me want to play the game again, so I guess that's a win. The fact that watching an anime can make you want to go back and play the source material, even though the source material is at least 5 to 6 years old, is an amazing accomplishment for an anime. This has been another episode of This Is. I'm Ray. Catch you on the flip side.